All right, well, if you're like me and you have a small farm, every tool is something that you're second guessing whether it works or not. This is one that I would not do without at this point. This is an AgriFab leaf vac. It's an older one. Doesn't have an easy life. The geese are talking to me. I have it attached to an also older one, Cub Cadet RZT 50 zero turn. It's now my retired main lawnmower, and it's basically just doing these kind of duties now. I got a larger one that's been working really good. The hoses are all junk. I bought every replacement one I could find, and they last like 2 years and they break up. So I just started wrapping them in duct tape, and to be honest with you, it's working great. The hoses are not cheap. The Leaf Cyclone is a good alternative. My neighbor has one of those. He's never replaced a hose. So if you look, this whole area, it's kind of hard to see, but there's pretty good sized yard up there that was this full of leaves earlier today, and grass clippings, because the grass in upstate New York is still growing like crazy. So with the grass and the leaves, I'm only able to do like half width passes, so like 25 inches or less. Otherwise it clogs in the hose and usually in the chute, and it's a pain in the butt because you gotta shut the machine off, you gotta reach up in there. So basically this year in our garden, we're gonna do a no-till method with cardboard and leaf clippings, and this is 3 loads that I did last week. And I just wanted to quickly show you what you can expect. Like I said, this was just the lawn behind my house. This is one solid load. So if you're asking yourself if it's worth the money, get on Craigslist, get on Marketplace, and grab one of these things. Unfreaking believable how much you can get. Basically just bring them right to the garden and unload. It breaks it up really thin. This whole thing is filled to the brim. I could kind of hear that it was getting tired, so or full. So the machine kind of labors. That's kind of like your sense that it's getting full. So as you can see, that is what all these leaves look like after it runs through this machine. Really great. Within like a year, this is dirt, which is awesome for your garden or your property. So if you're thinking about getting a leaf vacuum, if you're doing a no-till method, if you live on a maple sugar bush like our rescue is, get yourself one of these things. And the only other thing I'll say about it is the zero turn makes it a little tough. You have to have a longer hose because it turns so sharp that way that it really stretches that hose out. So if you have the option, or you're buying like a cheap used mower just to use for this, or you have one, basically non-zero turn traditional ride-on lawnmower is going to be better for you. I mowed and leaf vacuumed with this. It just got to the point where it's starting to get a little worn out, and I needed something bigger because we have more grass that we're mowing now. We've like tripled our acreage. So rather than sell that thing for $500, which is about what they're worth, I'm just going to keep it for this kind of duty, and then first mowings in the year, stuff like that, when the sticks are big. So yeah, so if you don't follow our farm, we have rescue donkeys and a mule and geese and all the other fun stuff. And donkeys really shouldn't be eating maple leaves, so we try our hardest to get them sucked up before they blow in there. And once again, if you follow along, we'll have some information on our no-till garden setup we're going to try out for next year. We did no-till this year, but with weed fabric, and the cold weather's coming and started killing stuff off. And then going forward, we're going to go full no-till and use the cardboard layer that'll go where this stuff is now. Then the leaves go on top, and we'll see how that works, because this worked out really well this year. We didn't even have to water more than twice. We just harvested all the rest of our pumpkins and everything else out here. So yeah, if you're on a budget and you're thinking of what tools are good, leaf vacuum, very high on the list. If I was going to buy again, or when I buy again, I'm going to look for a used Cyclone rake. just because my neighbors had so much better luck, and seems to be built better, pivots better. But the AgriFab ones are good. I think I paid like $450 for this or something. Pre-pandemic used pricing, it was like brand new. The guy couldn't lift it up because the engine sits really far forward on the tongue. So when you're hooking it up to your machine, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So he just dumped it, and I got lucky enough to see the ad that day. So anyway, have any questions, as always, just make a comment below, and if I don't respond like within a day or two, make another comment, because sometimes they don't really alert me to the comments. So good luck.